Welcome back to part 2 of the Spider-Man 2 movie review, part 2. Anyway, as we left off, I had just lost my powers, and I'm having a nice time without them, all to the tune of the Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid song. The raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. The fall is not for me, 'cause I'll never stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. Anyway, I'm still enjoying my life without my powers. And then one night there's a building on fire and a kid's trapped in there. So I go inside and rescue the kid. But as soon as I rescue him, I later find out that an elderly woman had died in there. And that kind of sucks. Meanwhile, I'm still building my project. Go back to him. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm at a yard sale. Hey, wait a minute, did you say an elderly woman died in the house? Oh, jeez, you suck. Anyway, at the yard sale, I was busy organizing it, and some kid asked me, "You're the guy that takes pictures of Spider-Man. Where is he?" Anyway, I answered him that he just wasn't doing much crime fighting anymore. So, and then Aunt May told me some speech that she believes that there is a hero in all of us that gives us strength and courage. And sometimes we gotta give up the things we love most to protect them. Speaking of which, my woman's getting married to my boss's son, John Jameson. And I'm not on the guest list. And me and her are talking in the coffee shop, and I want to tell her how I feel, but I can't. So she asked me to kiss her. Did you say him? No, I didn't. You said him. Shut up. It's a her. Just made a mistake, that's all. Anyway, I was just about to kiss her, and then I threw a car in the window. Boy, was that classic. Something out of the Matrix. Anyway, you threw a car in the window, you grab me, and then I say, "Bring me Spider-Man, or I'll peel the flesh off every bone in her body." Now I say, "You touch her and I'll..." Yo, what? You can't do jack shit. I got mechanical arms. Beat that, bitch. So I threw him against the wall, grabbed her, and got the hell out of there. But magically, I got my powers back. And my sight as well. And I go to get my costume back from Jameson, who had my costume at the Daily Bugle for some time. And I go to meet Doc Ock and his challenge. We go into a huge fight. Yeah, we fight all over the place, even on the subway train. During the fight, it explodes my mask. It gets burned. I have to take it off, and then the train's going so fast that it's a dead end, and I have to use all my webbing. Each one as an elastic that has momentum to stop the train. And then all the people figure out it's really me that's under the mask. They won't tell though. I break down the subway train, and I want him. All those people come and get in the way, so I shove them out of the way, and I knock him out on his ass. I present him to Harry Osborn, so then he gives me what I want. I get the F out of there. Then Harry unmasks me. He's shocked to find out it's me. And he tells me where he is. I'm ready to start the experiment at once. But then he shows up. Yeah, we get into a huge fight. As usual happens, I get badly ravaged. I unmask myself to tell him it's me. To tell him to stop the experiment before he destroys us all. But it's my life's work. Sometimes we have to sacrifice what we love to save the things we care about. So then I tell my mechanical arms to do what I want for a change. I'm ready to sacrifice myself. So then I get MJ out, but then she sees me without my mask. And then this wall is about to crush me. Crush me and her, so then as I'm holding it, we share a brief conversation. And then the thing goes over the haywire overload, and I tell them to get out, and then I sacrifice myself. And I drown. And as me and her are on the web, I explain why we can never finally be together. And so, that's why we can never be together. Then I later learned she ran out onto Jonas' son at the wedding altar. Wow. That's gonna be tough for me the next day at work. She tells me she wants to be with me despite the fact that I am Spider-Man. And so the last thing she says to me is, "Go get him, Tiger," as I'm ready to fight crime as usual again. And that is how the movie ends. And that was Spider-Man 2. I hope you all liked it. Well, my Spider-Man 2 review with Spider-Man, and Doc Ock. And of course, the movie made over $40.4 million on its first day at the box office. And in its 6 days, the film grossed over $180 million in the first 6 days. Worldwide, the movie grossed over $783,766,341 overall. Not as much as the first one, but some may consider the second movie to be the best superhero movie. Probably arguably the second, quite possibly one of the best superhero movies ever made. Even Roger Ebert says it's the best superhero movie. And that's a tough critic. Quite possibly it is probably the best. And I believe that Doctor Octopus should have been in the first movie. It would have made more sense to start with him than the Green Goblin. And with the second one successfully off, how could we go off without a third one? Oh, were we in for the surprise of our lives? Stay tuned for the third final installment of the Sam Raimi trilogy. And then I'll eventually talk about the cancellation of the fourth one. This is Vast Glorious signing off. Click out.